Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? Okay, so today is Thursday. I just had to look to see what day it is once again. So it is Thursday, and we are here with Tish to talk about interview tips yet again. Listen, we are super duper excited about this because we're passionate about it. That's really that's pretty much it. Like that just ends it right there. Actually, we're passionate about helping people. So we're thankful for everyone that has been joining in and will join in. Please share this with someone that you know is looking for a job, or you feel they should be looking for a job, or you want them to look for a job. Like, whatever the case may be. Just share this with someone because we're gonna have some amazing tips as we always do. They're true. We both are experts in this field, and we just want to help. We just want to help, especially during this time. So,
Yes.
you want to explain, and just introduce yourself?
Hello again, everyone. My name is Tish Pope. I am a workforce development professional. I'm here today because, like Danielle stated, we are here to give you some tips and tricks about how to interview. We're going to have some other topics, but this one has been one that's been popular on here, a lot of questions. So we're going to elaborate, but from a different perspective today, or from a different subtopic, I should say. We're going to talk today more so about attire. Okay, so yeah, last time we hit on the process from the point of entering the facility or getting into the parking lot of the facility to the end of the interview. After what do you do after the interview? So those are some of the things we talked about last time. But now this time we're going to talk specifically about attire. And Danielle, do we want to tell them who we're going to have next week, or do we want to just say it's a special guest?
Just a special guest.
There we go. We got a special guest for you next week on Tuesday. We are excited, so you don't have to keep just seeing the two of us. We're gonna bring on somebody new, a little new flavor for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so that person is going to give us a part two to this topic today, and we're doing our best to keep this under an hour so that we can free you up and have you go back to whatever you're doing for the day. So again, my name is Tish Pope. I am a workforce development professional, but I also help with administrative services. Danielle, would you also like to introduce yourself formally?
Yeah, so I come from the employer's end, or side of point of view. I've been doing a hiring and firing for over 15 years, and I love it and I enjoy it. And right now, what I'm doing is assisting small businesses, or businesses, if you don't want to consider yourself a small business, but assisting them more on a contractual basis with hiring and firing. Or with your HR needs. A lot of small businesses need assistance with that. They don't know who to hire so that their business can grow. Well, I am here for you to do that, because I understand that it is hard.
Yes.
Not everyone likes to hire and fire. If you have someone that's working with you already and you want to get rid of them for whatever reason, justifiable, then, I'm the girl that you can call and trust and believe I'll get rid of them for you. Doesn't matter who they are. So I love it because, like I stated, if you don't have the right crew, if you don't have the right people that are working at your business, you can't grow, which AKA means no money. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about today. I'm excited about every time we go
Yes.
live though, because I truly do love talking about this stuff. I could talk about this all day long. Okay. There's so
Yes.
many different scenarios that I've had, that I've experienced, and, being in this for so long, definitely. And so I can go on and on. And so once again, Tisha's gonna reel me in and be like, listen, cut. Okay. Listen, because I can go all day, and we don't want to, take all of your time, but we want to take some of your time. So, for those that are watching the replay, we thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, we don't take that lightly. And for those that are sharing it, we definitely appreciate that. You know, if we don't answer a question that you have, definitely inbox one of us, and you know, we definitely will get to the question and you know, get back with you and all that kind of stuff. We do reply to our to our inbox.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us because we'd rather you ask us a question than, you know, do it wrong. So that's pretty much it. So Tish, you want to
All
get
right.
started?
So let's get started. So as you know, I am a workforce development professional, and one of my many hats that I wear includes being an employment specialist slash job developer. Those words are interchangeable. So long story short, what we do is we help people prepare themselves to get a job. So that means getting your resume together, doing mock interviews with you, creating a mock application, also helping you with job searches, getting the attire that you need for your interview. We already highlighted one company that does a stellar job at helping us with that, and that is Dress for Success. So if you are a female and you're looking for clothing, you want to talk to them and see how you can get in the door so you can get a free outfit for an interview. Also, they help you out if you get that if you get that job, excuse me, then they will help you out with getting that extra 3 free attire or suits or outfits so that you can be able to be successful on a job, look professional, so forth. Going along with the topic for today. So one thing I want to say, as a person who helps people be ready for a job, I would like to say your attire is very important. Like I stated in one of the other lives, that God look at the heart, but man look at the outward appearance. So it's very important that you are aware of how you look, how you dress. Even when I'm on Facebook Live for this particular topic, I'm very cautious about what I wear, because if I'm going to be a workforce development professional, I need to look the way I'm asking other people to look, right? So for me, I have my hair pulled back a little bit out of my face because I don't like it over my forehead for personal purposes. And then I also wear stud earrings, and then I wear a little simple necklace. I'm not very glammed up because I'm not going to an environment where it's required for me to be very glammed up. It's not a really high scale type of environment. But again, that's important. You want to look like the people that are there, right? So if you go into a work environment and you see people are very professional dressed, as far as like always wearing suits, not business casual, then you want to look that part on a regular basis. Also, if you see people who are in a contract kind of work, construction, I should say, and they are doing more hands-on type of work, and it requires them to wear Dickies or polo shirt. If that's the dress down requirement for you, then do the same. So you just want to ask the person like Danielle who's hiring you, what is the work environment like, and what is the dress code, so that you can be in compliance with the dress code. When it comes to the interview part of it, I want to say it's very important that you have your basics, which are your navy blues or your blacks or sometimes dark brown. Now, when we have our specialists come on next week, that person can speak a little bit more to your personality and how to be able to show that in your clothes. Now, I'm gonna tell you now, when I started out, I was slim. So certain things I could wear that I probably wouldn't wear now. So I'm just saying that from my personal perspective. And I had like certain things I would wear. Like lavender was my color. And I actually got hired plenty of times wearing that lavender suit because it fit my personality and who I am. It was like a actually it was like a what's the word? It's like a blue, sky blue, but it was very soft. It was a soft color, but it matched my personality. It was a suit. It felt like suede. It was really nice. So long story short, that was something that I wore. That was my statement piece. And maybe when we talk next week, we could talk a bit more about statement pieces and things that look professional and that is still appropriate for interviews. But typically, if you're not aware of those things, stick to your dark colors, your dark blues, your blacks, and sometimes you can do like a tan or brown. But dark blues and blacks are normally statement pieces, right, Danielle?
Yeah, gray as well. I always put
gray
in there as well.
Okay, so that's some things, just basic colors that you want to stick with as far as your tops and your bottoms, your slacks and your coat or your suit jacket. For those who are men, I'm not a man, but I could just say a tie is always good. a button up shirt, not a button down shirt, of course, because you want to look professional. Sometimes if you don't have the means, you want to be able to wear something that is a polo tee, and some nice khakis. Like I said, dark blue, black. You said grays. You could do a khaki color, something of that nature. Shoes, women, I know we love our heels. Some of us, I should say, some of us don't like heels. Flats are nice. Some nice, I will wear the patent leather looking flats because they're nice and shiny, clean looking. Also, you can wear, heels, but I probably wouldn't put anything too high so you don't have to worry about breaking your neck, okay? Walking from the car to the door or whatever. Right. And you don't want to be over the top, right, Danielle?
Right. And also you want to be able to, say, for instance, they're going to show you around the building, right. Then you want to be able to, keep up with them while they're showing you around the building as well. So you don't want to, and then you don't know what their floor is like, depending on the job and stuff like that. So you don't want to, tear up the floor, like all that kind of stuff. So yes, you want to just be careful. No stilettos.
Please don't.
Right. Nothing. Just you usually want to just go with the basic problem. Things are changing nowadays. Mm-hmm. So it's like she said, you can go with your personality, and we're definitely going to talk about that next week. But it's still like you still want. So let's say, for instance, okay, so we know one of the new styles is like the nude shoe, right? Or this like see-through, not nude, but the see-through shoes, right, for the ladies.
Okay.
No. It's like if you have it where it has some color to it, there's some that are like that see-through material, whatever, and then they have like a covering that's like black, or I'm mostly seeing like them vibrant colors. So if it's black, then yes, but you really kind of want to stick away from anything that's too fashionable. And I hate to say it like that because you know, like we're saying, you still want to show your personality, but you want to tone it down a bit, for the job interview. You want to get the job, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to tone that down because of the environment, and so it's just like people, like I remember my daughter that had to wear a uniform for school. Well, she had to wear her uniform, right? But her personality would stick out when she got to the socks. Okay. She had to wear a skirt, but she would wear, she always had on like funky socks. You know what I mean? Like crazy and up to your knees and all that kind of stuff. And so that was her personality shining, right? Even though everything else was uniform, but she would, show personality with that. And so, you just kind of want to tone down the eccentrics with it, and to everybody that's different, so that's why we're saying go with the main colors. Now let me correct myself because I stated wrong when I said gray. I really not really too much gray with pants for men. If that is your last resort, then yes, go ahead with that. That's not the typical colors, but if that's your last resort, don't be like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But you definitely gonna go over there with some red pants, some blue pants, and I'm talking dress pants, even jeans. Like, okay, so jeans are definitely a no-no, unless you don't have anything else and you go with black. If you have black jeans, then that is fine. Okay. And once again, this is depending on what type of job that you are going for. And so we want to talk to C-suite people, and then we want to talk to frontline associates as well.
Right.
So if you're going for, upper management, I definitely need to see black or dark blue, navy blue, and you kind of pretty much know that. And I definitely want to see a suit jacket. I definitely want to see a tie. I've even had people ask me about bow ties. Bow ties really are not acceptable at an interview.
Wow. Okay.
But I would rather see that than nothing. Okay. So it's like, okay, go with the bow tie. I'd prefer that than like you to not have one. If you have especially if you have on white, you're really supposed to have on a white button-up shirt, white dress shirt, and then do your bow tie. Then that's acceptable. But if you have a tie, please go with the tie first. And honestly, it kind of doesn't matter what kind of tie. I mean, just don't have anything that's vulgar on there or, explicit or anything like that. A tie is a tie. You pretty much cannot go wrong with that. Hi, Kim. Hi, I see that you joined in.
Hi, Kim.
So you can't really go wrong with the tie because once again, honestly, the tie is your personality. It could be Christmas time and you come in with a Christmas tie and I may remember what that tie looked like, or something like that. And that's your personality. If you have on something, Christmas could be your favorite season or something. I remember one of the guys I used to work for before, one of the presidents, Christmas was like his favorite season. And always had on a funky tie. And it was memorable, you know what I mean? So if you're going in for a job interview that's around Christmas time or a holiday and you have a tie that represents that holiday, that's borderline. If you're C-suite or above, negative, do not do that. But if you're frontline or something like that, and that's your way of showing your personality, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so frontline is like your entry-level positions. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. No problem. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So when I speak, I can speak about the same group of people. So we already stated that your basic colors for interviews will be a navy blue. Black is always a good go-to. And maybe khaki if it's a business casual, but you'll always ask that question before you even go into the interview. So for an example, if I was speaking to Danielle on the phone and she called me and asked me to come in for my interview, I would ask her, may I know the business attire for the interview? She will let me know. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel like you should already know this. Don't assume anything. It's best to just ask unless it's already told you, then you already know. Even if you forget, you can call back like, what, I forgot what you said about, please tell me one more time. Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't be embarrassed. It's better to know and be prepared than to show up and not be prepared, and then they'll judge you based on that information. So with that being said, women, skirts are fine. If I was you, I wouldn't wear anything that comes above your knees. Try to keep it below your knees because when you sit down, we know our skirts rise. So we want to look and not too fitted. Go ahead, Danielle.
And not only that, let's we the real show, right? So you also have to keep in mind also, ladies, come on now. We know if we are blessed in that area in the back, then we have to be mindful of that. No maxi skirts, pencil skirts are fine. That's actually preferred, like a pencil skirt. You can never go wrong with a pencil skirt. But maxi dresses, maxi skirt, no. Why? Because it's clingy. It does what it's supposed to do. It maximizes. Okay, that's what it's for. Okay? And because even like you were saying earlier, there's certain things that you can wear. When it comes to weight, and we don't really want to talk about weight here, but I'm just saying that you have to be, mindful of these things. I mean, listen, I know that I'm blessed in that area. So there are things that I know that I cannot wear to work, period. Period. And so it's like, you have to be mindful of that. And then you're especially not going to wear it on an interview because first impressions, so I'm going to think that you dress like this all the time. I'm going to think that you're going to be a distraction, because that's really what it is. If you're working with other men, I mean, it's just true. It's true. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We don't want to, think about, what I want to say. We don't really want to think about the negative side of this. I want to say this correctly. We don't want to think about the negative when it comes to harassment and so forth. Okay. No one should be harassed no matter what they have on. But we also have to be honest and say, don't wear certain things to work that can have the kind of tone and draw attention. Yes, it's the same thing with church. I mean, I don't really want to go into the whole church thing, but they tell you not to wear what you wear to the club. 9 times out of 10, you're looking to draw something. Okay. So we don't want to draw anything at work. Okay. Not in that kind of manner. Bring them in with your mind. All right. And then after hours, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you choose to do that. But I'm just saying, like, seriously, be mindful of that, because I know that I have to, because of, you know, I can look at something and someone that is not as blessed could wear the same thing and
Right.
it looks different on them and it looks appropriate and it looks inappropriate on me.
Gotcha.
Okay? All right.
So yes, so we stated the basic colors are dark blues, black, and you can probably do a khaki depending on what the dress code is. So the next thing, we talked about the skirts, making sure that they're below your knees, because we know that when we sit down, our skirts rise. Also making sure that it's like a pencil skirt, nothing too clingy to the skin, like Danielle talked about, like maxi skirts and so forth, or dresses. The next thing for shoes, we also talked about this a little bit earlier, is to wear something comfortable, but also appropriate. So I like to wear flats because I'm flat-footed, so it works for me. Also, I like to wear heels sometimes, but I do wedge heels, and that's still professional. But one thing I will not do is wear stilettos, okay? Because if, like she said, if they want you to walk around and see the facility, then it's going to be hard for you to do that if your feet are hurting. You know, from wearing those heels, or you may be walking into a space where they may have holes in the ground or something weird on the ground, gravel, whatever, and you may be, you know, in a position where you may slip and fall, you know. So we don't want to put you in those awkward positions. So we just want to keep you comfortable and safe and enjoy the experience. Another thing I want to talk about coats. So unless it's winter outside or raining outside, I normally keep my coat in the car. Less things to hold on to and carry. So that I don't have to worry about that when I'm, you know, getting up to go into the interview room, getting all the stuff together in my hand and then taking it in there and then possibly leaving something because I got so many bags or whatever. Another thing, purses and so forth. If you can leave that in the car, that'd be great. Unless you have to take it in there because you need to take out personal identification and take that in there with you and show proof of who you are at the desk, or you need it because they may ask you to bring it because they plan on hiring you that day. So unless you need to take those additional things, I normally keep my purse locked in the trunk of the car, so I can alleviate having a lot of things with me, a lot of accessories. Anything else you want to say about that, Danielle?
I had a thought and I lost it, but I know. Oh, so you had stated on our last broadcast, like, you know, I'm asking to go to the area where I'm going to work at because I'm believing that I have the job, right?
Yes.
So I just kind of wanted to tie that in for those that saw the last broadcast, or for you're going to go back and watch the replay. That, you know, so that ties into it. You're asking to look at the area where you're going to work at. So I just wanted to go back to the shoes, you know, just being careful and being mindful of that. Then I'm going to bring it over even to, because I've managed warehouses. And I kind of want to bring that in, as I stated, we talk from C-suite, you know, down to frontline associates, which is entry level. So I'm even going to just dive in and just be more specific and say warehouse. So I've managed quite a few warehouses. And even when going for an interview for a warehouse, I mean, we know that, or you know that you're more than likely going to wear jeans, sneakers, t-shirt, you know, jeans, steel toe boots, and a t-shirt. I mean, you know, so I get that. But when coming for an interview for that, I'm telling you guys, I tell this to my daughter all the time. So when coming for an interview, you still want to be business casual, okay? You do not want to come in jeans and a t-shirt and tennis shoes. Now, you did mention construction. Okay, that's a little bit different, okay? Because it's like, you know, depending on the position that you're applying for. I mean, they pretty much will ask you to, you know, 9 times out of 10, you may get asked to perform a duty or something like that if you're going for construction. I've actually worked for a construction company and they would ask them to do. So that's common. But when it comes to warehouse, you know, so just want to dive into that. When it comes to warehouse, I'm probably not going to ask you, more than likely, to do anything that will require you to wear anything besides business casual. Okay, so this will be a time where if you had black jeans, as I stated before, this would be fine for, now not where they're black and almost gray, okay? Like a true black, black colored jeans, black colored pants. Of course, we already said that was fine. Khakis are like really acceptable in this area. And I don't want to say it's not acceptable in any other area, but I'm saying like this is something where it's really neutral. If you have on khakis and a polo, khakis and even if it, and honestly, I don't even like striped polos. Like if it's a solid color polo, okay? Because sometimes I know this may sound weird, but sometimes like those stripes can just kind of get away from you, and so you just kind of want to, be solid because once again, you want to draw attention, but you don't want to draw attention because you're already there for an interview that we already have our attention. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, when going for a warehouse, you still want to look presentable. Don't think, oh, I'm just going for warehouse. I can wear what are the leggings? Oh, never wear leggings or jeggings to a job interview. Please. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they are khakis. Ladies, do not wear leggings or jeggings. If you have on leggings, you have a dress on over it. Okay. Not a long shirt, not a cardigan, but you have a dress on. And I mean, because honestly, let's be honest. I've heard this. Honestly, leggings are supposed to go under dresses. Crazy, right? Right? We wear them all the time. Okay. Listen, I do love them. Okay. But I definitely cannot wear them to a job. Why?
Okay.
I already told y'all my situation. Okay. If you missed it, but I definitely can't wear them, so yeah, don't wear anything, that's leggings, jeggings, yoga, the yoga pants, workout pants, anything like that. I mean, technically you're not even supposed to be wearing that at a warehouse anyways, because listen, like I said, I've worked at quite a few of them and managed them and you ain't supposed to wear them anyways. But those are the typical things that I see that are kind of, wrong, quote unquote, when it comes to even getting warehouse, because you just kind of think, oh, I'm just going to be in a warehouse. No, let me tell you the kind of secret to that. Okay. So the secret to that is if I see you well dressed, I'm telling y'all, 100%, this is so true. So if you come in for a warehouse position, you come in for a frontline associate position at a warehouse, and you are dressed business casual for real, with a tie on and all this kind of stuff, I'm thinking of you already for management.
Okay.
I'm already thinking of you for management. You are showing to me, you look as if you already know the job. And so day one, I'm already thinking and grooming you for management.
Okay.
And so your plight could be shorter than someone else's because of that. I tell my daughter all the time, come in like you're the CEO.
Gotcha.
Because your attitude, my daughter is very bubbly. Okay. She's very bubbly. People love being around her and she has a very welcoming, glow to her. Okay. And if you have that, then I'm already looking at you like I like working with them. They work well with others. I'm already thinking of management because that's what management is. I'm already thinking about your increase, basically. You know what I'm saying? So your attire goes with that. That's why I said that. I'm just tying it in. Your attire goes with that. My daughter is 17 and she's had a job since she was 15, I believe. Yeah, 15. She was working at McDonald's. All her friends, and I'm not putting them on blast or anything, but I won't say all, but a lot of her friends went in leggings and jeggings and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, you better go with some khakis on. Okay, so she had wore some khakis and she had on a nice white button-up top. And 15 years old, they were looking at her as a lead. And it was just off of her personality. You know, my daughter was working at a nursing home because that was her field, is working at nursing home. She loves older people, loves them. She was a manager at 16. A manager. Older people reporting to her. And I'm telling you, it was based on her attire, how she came for her interviews, because all of them said it. Both employers said it. Wow. You came to this interview, you know, other kids your age, they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So they are already looking at her like she's mature. Okay.
Right.
I'm saying that to say it's not just for a kid, you know, because she's 17 now. That happened when she was 15 and 16. But, you know, she comes prepared and she looks the part. So she's always going to, you know, be looked at. Yeah, she's going to stand out always. So when we talk about attire, it's just very important, because if you're coming for a warehouse and you come in looking like, you know, I'm not necessarily saying a 3-piece suit, but you come business casual, got on a nice tie. Ladies, don't have on stilettos, because if you're coming to a warehouse and you got on stilettos for the job interview, you know, I'm probably going to walk you through the warehouse. You definitely are not going to make it. You're not.
Okay.
You're not. Like, it's very
That's good
hard.
information.
It's concrete. You know, the floor is totally different. It's not comfortable at all. I don't care if you wear stilettos every single day. Don't to the warehouse job. Okay. Hi, Mamie.
Okay. Hi, Mamie. All right. Trying to post some tips on here for you all, so you can take those with you. I'll probably make an infographic as well, just like I did from the last one, and have that information on there for you as well. So we talked about making sure that you wear a dark suit, which is navy blue or black. And if you're doing business casual, then you'll probably wear khakis. But we're asking everybody that please ask the interviewer or the person who's on the phone with you scheduling your interview, what is the attire for the interview, so that you can be aware, and don't be ashamed to ask that question. Don't assume anything. If you haven't been told already, ask, because it's better for you to be prepared and come unprepared and have that be held against you. Okay. So like we said, colors are navy blue, black, a dark brown or khaki if you're wearing business casual. If you have gray, you can have a dark gray. If you can't find anything else to wear, that's okay. All right. And then we also talked about pencil skirts, something nice and under your knees, under your kneecaps, so that when you sit down in your skirt rise, you don't have to worry about it being all the way up your thighs. So we also talked about not wearing maxi dresses or maxi skirts because it's form fitting. All right. Another thing I put in here in the notes you saw is that we talked about shoes. Making sure you wear something comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. Business attire, of course, but no stilettos, because if you have to walk around the facility, you don't want to have to worry about injuring yourself. And then also it could be just over the top, you know. So just want to keep it as neat, business professional as possible, and something comfortable that you can actually walk around in if you have to. Another thing that we hit on was talking about, another thing I put in there, if you don't want to wear a skirt, wear pants. I personally like wearing pants because I don't have to worry about runs in my stockings. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real, because I used to always carry clear nail polish with me, just in case I had a run. And I said, okay, I'm gonna just avoid that altogether and just wear slacks, a pantsuit, because it just saves that stress. Because I will carry an extra pair of pantyhose with me and some clear nail polish, not only for my nails, but also for a run in my stockings. And I still carry that with me every day, just in case I need it for church or whatever. So I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready.
I know that's right. Listen,
yes,
don't get along at all. We don't have a love-hate relationship. We have a hate relationship. I'm like, I seriously should have stock in it, because I cannot wear stockings. It's so horrible. Okay. So I am likely that person that has a run. I don't care. I could put them on. They're perfectly fine. And I'll be like, how did this happen?
Right.
So, listen, ladies.
It freaks me out all the time.
Yeah, so 9 times out of 10, I usually have on slacks as well. And for that reason, or I will wear a very long skirt. It will usually be like a very long skirt, but usually it is slacks for that reason, because I'm telling y'all, I don't know what it is about stockings. I don't care what brand. I've tried every brand. Okay. Yes. And it's super thick and everything. And I'll be like, yes, I finally found one. And yes. Later on, I'll be like, ugh. So avoid all that. Listen, I'm a part of that club as well. I always wear slacks. Always.
All right. So we talked about that. And at the beginning, I talked about my attire right now. How, because I'm a workforce development professional, I want to look the part that I'm asking other people to do and look. So one thing I always do is stud earrings. I'm like a big fan of stud earrings. I buy stud earrings almost every time I go out because I'm trying to find something that will look cool and cute, but at the same time, it's professional. So like, I'm gonna just give you some of my little hints and tips. Like I go to Salvation Army and I buy them in bulk. And I'll, of course, put them in alcohol, whatever, sanitize them, whatever, clean them. But that's because of my budget. I try to find things that are, reasonable, because I buy costume jewelry. I'm gonna just keep it on 100, so I don't have to worry about if I lose a pair, how much they cost. So that's something I wear to work. So I'm just being transparent with you all. I'll buy them in bulk, and keep those and wear those to work. I don't do a lot of dangling earrings because, again, I want to be professional. So like the big hoop earrings, those will be something I wear after work, on the weekend or whatever. Like Danielle's. Yeah. I like those too. I probably got a pair of those already. So what I'm trying to say is that I try to keep it simple. Excuse me for my voice. I try to keep it simple, as you can see. And then, sometimes I do a little cute little flowers or something like that. It goes with my outfit, but again, they're studs. So, or you can do little small hoops that are close to your earlobe, but nothing dangling and extreme and, dramatic or anything like that, unless it's a holiday party or something that you're going to, or some kind of outing that you're doing with the staff. So that's another tip. Necklaces as well, keeping it simple. I will do a rope or the little faux pearls or silver balls around my neck, so that I can just, keep it casual, but also, keep it professional, but also showing a little bit of my personality. Anything you want to say about that, Danielle?
Bracelets. When it comes to, ladies with bracelets, keep it simple where it's, maybe like close to your wrist, meaning like it's kind of pressed to your wrist. Nothing, no bangles or anything like that. Because, if you're writing, if I ask you to write if you are writing, I don't want to hear all that, Okay. I remember I had an office that was echoey for some reason. So it was like, I remember this girl had on these bangles and I was like, ma'am, I asked her to take them off because it was distracting. And it was like she was writing and that's all I could hear. And it was just distracting to me and the guy that was sitting in there with me, because actually it was two of us interviewing her. And he just looked over at me. And so I was able to say, like, ma'am, could you just take those, those off and put them on your other wrist? I asked her, put them on her other wrist because it was just too much. She was just writing. And they was, you could just hear, I was like, oh my goodness. And so it was very, very distracting. It's just like if I had them on right now and I talk with my hands. So you guys will hear them, while we're doing this interview right here, or how we're doing this live right here. And that would be distracting. That would be all that you would hear. So, just want to keep that in mind. Like, so bracelets, if it's one, I have a signature bracelet that I wear that has hearts. Like I love hearts. You can see my necklace. I love hearts. Okay. So I usually have a heart on my neck or my wrist. So that's my little piece. That's me, my signature piece, but it's like pressed against my wrist so you don't hear it. It doesn't move or anything.
Okay.
So that's just one thing.
All
and
right.
these are interview tips, not so much after you have the job and you're there. You know, you can kind of bring your personality out, still stay close to the dress code. You know, that's one thing people always, you know, do talk about is once you're working somewhere, you know, I'm not a rule breaker. If the rules say don't wear a certain thing, I'm not going to wear it, you know, because I always tell people, you know, if you see somebody breaking the rules when it comes to dress code, don't you follow suit, because you don't know what their status is. You don't know if they're almost out the door. You don't know if they've already had warnings. Why would you follow in line? You know, because now your job is in jeopardy over clothes. Like, seriously, I'm not going to have food in my house because of clothes. Bet I don't. You know, so just kind of keep that in mind. You know, so I just wanted to reiterate that we're talking about interview time only, not so much, you know, because I'm gonna wear these earrings. Listen, wear them at my job. You know, I haven't had a job. Well, actually, no. When I managed warehouses, I couldn't wear these because I did walk through the floors, and so I couldn't wear them. So usually, if you're at a warehouse, you can't wear big hoop earrings.
Dangling jewelry. Yes.
Right. Even when it comes to necklaces, depending on how far it was and all that kind of stuff. So that was the only place. So I was on the floor a lot, you know, talking to the leads and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to wear it either. And that drove me bonkers. So, but other than that, once I get hired, I'm wearing my earrings. And this is pretty eccentric as it goes for me. I don't pretty much go any bigger than this or anything like that. But, you know, so I just kind of wanted to, you know, just make that clarification real quick, because I just love it to be simple. You know, like you said, let your skills shine, and not your attire shine. Okay, because I'm hiring you for a job, not for your clothes. Okay,
right?
Because like I said, sometimes if I see that you're like really over the top, you're going to be a distraction. And so for me, it's like, you're coming to work just for a fashion show all the time. And listen, I have nothing wrong with fashion. I love fashion. I love it, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's when it becomes a distraction. That's where the problem comes in. So be you, be your personality. Don't shine down or anything like that, but you're there for a job, not for anything else. Except for if you're working at a fashion place, then do you. Then yes, that's what you're supposed to do. But if you're not, you know, then don't let everything just be about fashion, because you are a distraction. That's all I can think about is you being a distraction.
So we talked about attire, we talked about shoes, we talked about accessories. Anything else we want to talk about besides those things?
Listen,
regarding attire. Say one more time.
I said that we talked about stockings.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That was enough.
When it comes to tights or stockings as well, you know, for the ladies, you know, we have jazzy ones out there. No fishnet,
no.
Yeah. So you just want to do plain black or black, brown, or nude. You know, no colored stockings at all. No fishnet. Nothing that is like has lines in them, and you know, I mean, or diamonds and all that kind of stuff. You know, I know there's so much fashion out there. Listen, because I love them. Now those I can wear. Okay, those I can wear. And so I do love those because they're personality, right? So, but not at the job interview. Okay?
Right.
Not at the job interview. Once again, if you're not going for something that's fashion, do not wear those. And, you know, there's every color stocking out there, you know, so no, you want to go black. What is it? Black, brown, or nude. So I want to say that one, because I'm telling you, those stockings trip me up every time, every single time. I don't care what to them. So if anybody got any tips for me for stockings, go on and leave them, okay? Or go ahead and inbox me. Listen, because maybe I am doing something wrong. I'm okay. I'm not too big to say that I'm not doing something right. We did talk. Oh, you know, even when it comes to jackets for women. So blazers are always nice, because I like a good blazer.
Me too.
Or even when it comes, and honestly, it could it could almost be any type of jacket when it comes to women. There's a lot of different kind of dress jackets. So even if it's like a waist, depending on what it looks like, so you just kind of, if you're unsure, don't go with it. But almost any type of jacket will do, because I know that there's some, like I have one that comes like above my waist. Is very like I could wear it for an interview. But then I have another one that I couldn't wear for an interview.
Okay.
So just want to be careful with that. But jackets, blazers for women are just as great, because I'll pair mine with some slacks and a nice white shirt under it. So that's definitely great for women as well. Dresses are nice, by itself, even, because I feel like we talked a lot about pairing things together, which is fine. And I'm super excited. You just put in that we have a guest on Tuesday, and I'm excited about her coming on Tuesday, because she's going to show us how to put things together on a budget. That's definitely needed, especially, I say every day, is needed. Not even so much in this economy right now or anything. It's needed every day.
Yes.
I don't care. I always like a good sale. I always like a good budget, budget outfit, all that kind of stuff. Things where you can switch it up, and wear it multiple ways. Signature pieces as well and stuff like that. How to bring your personality out. Scarves. I know you wear scarves a lot. Not for an interview. Not for an interview at all, ladies or men, because I've seen men wear scarves as well that have been, very the bomb. But not for an interview. So yeah, those are. I'm excited about our guest coming on Tuesday, because she's going to show us how to put interview attire, interview outfits together on a budget.
Yes.
How to shop for a budget. So we have talked about dress for success, as you stated. Listen, the thrift store is always your friend. Always your friend. Our guest, I know she budget shops all the time. I've actually had her shop for me. So listen, I can't even remember how much you need this. If you need a stylist for anything, definitely our guest that's coming on Tuesday, definitely hit her up. I know I gave her some looks that I wanted. I said, wanted a dress. I know this for sure. I said, I know I wanted a dress, and I wanted something that I could wear, like a little black dress as well. And I wanted something for work. I don't even remember. I almost want to say that I sent her like $20 or $25. I lied to y'all not. I'm going to have to confirm this by Tuesday. I almost want to say I gave her $20. I don't even want to say it was 25. And this girl got me 2 dresses, 2 shirts, necklace, 2 pair of earrings, some lipstick. Okay, and that was it. The lipstick was brand new in the thing, like in the carton thing, y'all. It wasn't one that you just kind of pull out at the store. It was in this package thing, so you knew it was brand new. I promise y'all, I gave her $20, and I still have those items. Like, no, 3 pair of earrings, 2 necklaces, a bracelet. Listen, y'all, I gave her $20.
Wow.
$20, and she got all these items for me. And I wore two of the items I was able to wear to work. The other one was a little black dress that I could not wear to work at all. And but yeah, like, so definitely tune in on Tuesday. And if you need a stylist, you want to get with her, like on a budget, for real, y'all. And I could spend the money. That's not the issue, but I don't want to. Okay. I don't want to. So this is for whatever status you're at. There is no shame in my game that I like a deal. So $20 I gave her to shop for me, and she came with all that. And I was like, for real? And I'm talking like I liked everything that she picked out. Nothing was, no. I've worn all of it. The earrings and all. So yeah, definitely get with her. So that's pretty much it that I have. Listen who didn't over talk today.
So yeah, I look at us. We got 10 minutes to spare. Look at that.
Go
If we
for
had
it,
questions, I
Danielle.
would answer the questions right now. Mammy, if you have any questions, if anybody is on and still have questions, Kim, anyone, just let us know and we'll answer those questions right now. Long story short, we are here to make sure that you win, right? We are making sure that you can feed your family, take care of yourself, and get those jobs. You know, they're out there. Well, they're coming back. Some of them are still out there and some are coming back, you know. So we want to make sure you're prepared, you know, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And we want to make sure that you also can give this information to other people who may find it important. So share so that we can let everybody know what to get themselves prepared for so that they can go in and win. All right.
Yep. So don't think we're repeating by talking about clothes again on Tuesday because she is going to put pieces together for you. So it's like,
Yes.
think about your closet. That's what she wants you to do. Like, think about your closet and say, I have something similar to this in my closet. Oh, wow. She's going to show you how to piece things together so that you can look amazing. You know, if you don't have the items, like I said, get with her. But just, you know, if I have this item in my closet, maybe you haven't known how to wear it, or you never would have thought about wearing that for an interview. And she's just gonna, so she's literally gonna put pieces together for us on Tuesday, or for you guys on Tuesday. So please come back with us on Tuesday at noon.
Yes, she's gonna give you some of her tips, some of her tricks, so that she can help you get yourself ready. Because I believe in being on budget. You know, I'm like, okay, this is how much. Because I like to spend my money on other things like experiences. You know, so if I can minimize it over here in this area, then I can, you know, be a little bit more extravagant in the other area that I want to, you know, splurge on. So clothing, I like to keep it simple. I like functional clothing because when I was in my profession full time, I was always moving, doing something with my hands or whatever. So I couldn't be bogged down with certain type of clothing like skirts and dresses. Like I love to wear something like that to church, but when it comes to work, I'm slacks all day, every day. So, and I love blazers. Those are my statement pieces. If I had to add anything to make something pop at work, that would be my blazer, you know, because I like really nice blazers. That's the only thing that I would pay a little bit more for. So that's my thing. Like, hey, if she can come in here and tell us how we can get 4 outfits or 2 outfits out of $20 like she did for Danielle and some accessories, I'm all for it.
I'm trying to tell y'all. And I almost forgot about that. And I was like, oh yeah, let me say that because listen, she blessed my whole entire life. So, you know, we want to do the same for you guys. So we definitely have an expert coming on Tuesday. So join in with us on Tuesday. So y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. I know we don't know what day it is anymore, guys, but the weekend this is pre-weekend, you guys.
Yes.
Just a reminder. So we'll see you on Tuesday at noon. Type any questions or inbox any questions that you have in between time and we will get with you. Okay. Have an amazing week.
All right. You too.